The whole team performed beautifully, but today was Gengar's time to shine. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we're going against Lazy Boy from the Discord server in the UU tier, sorry. Go ahead and join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battles right now. There is a link in the description down below. I've also noticed that only 36% of people watching this video right now are actually subscribed. So just double check you subscribe, because sometimes YouTube unsubscribes people. It's a bit bizarre. And if you're not subscribed in the first place, why not subscribe? It's free. It helps me out and I really appreciate it. Anyway, with that being said, let's jump into the team preview. Okay, Lazy Boys brought some power. They've got the Meowscarada, the Screamtail, the Lucario, Donphan, Glastria, and the Hisuian Typhlosion. Gotta watch out for that eruption, that Scarf eruption. It's gonna be deadly. We do outspeed with Scarf Zapdos though, so we're not too worried about that. It's not a speed tie unlike with regular Typhlosion. So I'm thinking we lead off with something to counter their potential lead. I'm thinking they lead off with Meowscarada, so I'm going to lead off with Zapdos right off the bat, go straight for a U-turn. Well, actually, what I'll do instead, I'll show you when we get into the battle. And the battle begins, so Lazy Boy, aka Tyler, is going to lead off with the Screamtail as we lead off with Zapdos. So it's not the matchup that I thought it would be, that's for sure. I thought it would be the Meowscarada. I normally see Meowscarada leads. You know, it is what it is. So let's go for a U-turn, get on out of here, because there's no way they're Scarf Screamtail. That's just not a thing. Do some decent chip damage to the Screamtail, and we're going to get on out of there. They probably go for a Screen here, a Stealth Rocks, or a Thunder Wave. So either way, Magnezone's the best mon for the job. So we're going to go straight into Magnezone. We are a slow Analytic Magnezone, because there's not really many steel types you can really trap. I mean, Sizzle gets close combat, Lucario gets close combat. A lot of the steel types can handle Magnezone pretty well. So they set up a screen. Now we've got a couple of options here. We can hit this thing with a Thunderbolt, or we can expect the Donphan to come in and go for a Flash Cannon. I don't know, a Flash Cannon's better anyway. Let's go for a Flash Cannon, because they're going to set up a Light Screen or something. No, they don't. They withdraw. So they're going to withdraw Screamtail. What are they going to go into is take a Flash Cannon. They're going to go into Donphan. This is going to be Analytic boosted. So it's going to do a lot of damage to the Donphan. Damage which we really want to get, as it nearly KOs it, which is great. Absolutely great. We've got the Air Balloon still. We can go for a Flash Cannon once again. I have a feeling he's going to... Yeah. I was just about to say, I have a feeling that he's going to try an Earthquake. My gut was telling me that he missed the part where it pops up on the screen saying that the Magnezone's floating in the air with an air balloon. He's just put in Discord, oh shoot, I forgot. Easy mistake to make, easy mistake to make, honestly. I mean, the amount of times I've done that. So Lucario comes in, nice and shiny, gotta love it. Let's go ahead and switch out. We don't know whether this thing's special or physical, so I think I'm going to go into my safest play, which is going to be Uxie. So there we go. We're going to go into Uxie. I can't believe he did. I can't believe he did that. That's funny. Oh, Regidrago's in the background still. Regidrago's in the crowd still. That's awesome. It's just last game he didn't get to do anything, so he was literally sat on the bench, which is pretty funny. So anyway, they go for a Calm Mind, which is really terrifying. Calm Mind Lucario is an interesting one. So I'm going to go straight for that Thunder Wave. We are specially defensive. We can take any hit this thing wants to throw at us. As there's the Flash Cannon coming through. It doesn't even do half. They lose some health from the Life Orb. We don't miss the Thunder Wave, which is great. As now we're going to be able to outspeed this Lucario. Panic averted with the Lucario. Panic averted. So we got rid of their Donphan. So if we can get Stealth Rocks up, they're going to be there to stay. So that's pretty awesome. So yeah, after some leftovers recovery, we're pretty good to go. It looks like they don't have Dark Pulse, so I'm going to go for a Stealth Rocks, get those up on the field. There we go, Stealth Rocks come through, and that's going to hurt the Typhlosion, it's going to hurt the Glastria, and it's going to hurt the Meowscarada a little bit as well, provided they don't have heavy duty boots, of course. So they go for another Calm Mind. So they're really trying to set up here, which is terrifying. Very terrifying. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go for a Future Sight first, so we can get a bit of damage off here and there later on down the line. Just to back up wherever I choose to switch in after this. So I'm going to go for a Future Sight real quick. I'm thinking we're going to go down to this Flash Cannon that they're going to go for next. If they go for Flash Cannon, they might go for another Calm Mind. They go for an Agility. Ooh. Lucario. Okay, so Lucario is a double dance set. It's an Agility Calm Mind set. So that's terrifying. What we can do now is I'm pretty sure we'll live a Flash Cannon, so I'm going to go for a U-turn real quick. They should outspeed us here. They're going to Tera. What type are they going to Tera into, though? That's the real question. They're going to all crystallize and stuff. What are they going to Tera type into? A Water type. So Water type Lucario is a thing. Fair enough. Wondering what coverage move they're going to have. Are they going to have Tera Blast? And they go for a Flash Cannon. It's going to boom. It's going to take us out with a critical hit. I don't think the crit mattered. I think it's taking us out anyway. There's Regidrago, look. Just chilling in the background. What's it doing? What's it doing? What's it doing? Anyway, the Reflect is going to wear off, and this is great because it means Scarf, Galarian, Zapdos is going to be able to come in freely right now, go for a nice and powerful Brave Bird and take this thing out. So let's go into Zapdos like we have, and we'll go for a nice and powerful Brave Bird, and it should take him out. And we could have Terra-Raiding on for Tera Blast there. Really think a Brave Bird will take this thing out, though, as it does. There we go. The Lucario goes down. Down goes Lucario, so that's the one big threat out of the way. Even paralyzed, that thing is just still a threat after an agility and 2 Calm Minds. We're going to get hit by some recoil, but it's not a big deal. We definitely want to keep Zapdos around, though, because it's outspeeding everything on the team. Unless the Meowscarada is scarfed, but I don't think it will be. So the Scream Tail's going to come in. Probably going to set up a screen again. I'm going to go into Gengar. I think Gengar is a good shout because Gengar is currently hitting everything on their team for decent damage, depending on the move we decide to go with. So I'm going to go for a Sludge Bomb against this particular Scream Tail, thinking they're going to go for a Reflect. They do go for a Reflect. Now, I don't think Gengar outspeeds Scream Tail, weirdly. Gengar's kind of fell off a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a Sludge Bomb, just see how much damage we do. If they do set up a Light Screen, it's obviously not going to KO, but we should be all right. They go for a Light Screen, so we're not going to be able to KO them with a Sludge Bomb, I don't believe. We are Choice Spec, so maybe, but let's go for the Sludge Bomb, and it nearly takes out the Scream Tail. Very nearly. So they do outspeed us, which is good to note. So let's go for another Sludge Bomb here. They do go for a Wish. Interesting choice. Last-ditch effort to get some health back, I guess. We go for a Sludge Bomb. Gengar claiming a soul. Choice Specs Gengar, ladies and gentlemen. Really good set. Really good set. It works really well. Obviously, with a Light Screen up on their side of the field, it's not working as well as I would have liked it to. But Meowscarada is going to come in. Probably the best thing they could have done there is Meowscarada. It's going to get hit by some Stealth Rock, confirming it's not heavy-duty boots. We do not outspeed this thing one bit. They're going to go for a knockoff, which is unfortunate. Let's go to Donphan. Donphan can handle this Meowscarada because even Flower Trick doesn't do too much damage to Donphan because we're just that bulky. So I'm going to go into Minor Tusk. There we go. Because he's not a great Tusk. He's just a little Tusk. Just a wee little Tusk. Anyway. We're going to get hit by Rocky Helmet. Meowscarada is after knocking it off. So that's great for us. It also means they're now a Dark type. The Wish does come true, fully healing them, but it's absolutely fine. We get to go for our own knockoff right now. They're probably going to go into Glastrier, or they're going to go for a Flower Trick. I'd rather knock off this thing's item, though, to get some damage, and also to just get rid of the item, whatever they've got. So they're going to withdraw Meowscarada. I'm assuming that means they are choice locked, because they didn't switch up moves to Flower Trick, and they're going to go into Glastrier. Glastrier is a Pokemon that I haven't seen used yet, and it's very bulky. Look at them. Look at that damage. That did nothing. So what we can do now is we have a couple of options. So we can expect the Ice type move, and we can go into Magnezone. But then they're just going to go for a Stomping Tantrum. Plus, Magnezone outspeeds, so we're not going to get as much damage off as I would have liked. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to let not Great Tusk. I'm going to go into Magnezone, actually. I think that's probably the best play. If they predict the Magnezone switch and go for a close combat, that's not a big deal. We can definitely take at least one close combat from this thing because it's only heavy-duty boots. It's not like super powerful or anything like that. It can't go for a Stomping Tantrum. Body Press, on the other hand, is going to do a lot of damage because it's clearly a physically defensive set. And they get a crit as well. The critical hit is going to bite me in the bum in a minute. So anyway, let's go for a Flash Cannon, knowing that this thing can't outspeed us because it's just so slow. That did nothing. Absolutely nothing. Wow. Glastrier is a very, very, very bulky Pokemon. Very bulky Pokemon, I've got to say. So they get a Chilling Neigh, which is going to boost their attack every time they KO a Pokemon. I think the key here is they've already Terra'd Water. I think the key to winning this now is going to be Zapdos. However, if we go for the close combat, we're just going to lock ourselves into a close combat on a potential Typhlosion switch. So here's what we're going to do. Regidrago is going to come in. Regidrago is going to come in. And this is Regidrago's chance to shine. We're going to Terra. We're going to go for the Dragon Dance. There we go. We're going to Terra into Steel type, which is going to give us a resistance to the Icicle Crash that's inevitably coming. And we'll go for a Dragon Dance, start setting up on this thing, and then we'll go from there. So Regidrago looks like it could potentially finish this game up. It really depends on the Typhlosion. Really depends on the Typhlosion. So Dragon Dance comes through. Obviously, we're going to get hit by an Icicle Crash this turn unless they predict the Terra Steel. If they do predict the Terra Steel, that's a good play. They do predict the Terra Steel. Does some solid damage to us. And by the way, look at the Terra hat. I love how it's on the dragon's head. That's pretty cool. Anyway, let's go for the Tera Blast. And hopefully it takes out the Glastrier. If it doesn't take out the Glastrier, then we're not boned. But we're actually in a decent position either way. As long as we can... Wait, the Regidrago's in the crowd still as well. Let's go for a Tera Blast. I haven't actually seen Terra Steel Tera Blast yet, which is interesting. So let's see what it looks like. Oh, it's a big clump of metal that gets flung in its face. That's pretty cool, actually. Glastrier goes down. That is one more Pokemon out of the way. Now, the Typhlosion. Oh, the light screen's up. Of course the light screen's up. That's why the Flash Cannon didn't do much damage. Of course it did. Anyway. Let's see how this works out for us. So Meowscarada is going to come in. Looking all powerful and stuff. Nice and powerful. Is it Choice Scarfed? That's the real question. Let's go for a Dragon Claw and find out. If it's Choice Scarfed, they are Choice Scarfed because they outspeed us. That's going to be able to take us out, unfortunately, as a Regidrago got rid of the Glastrier, but it didn't quite get to take out anything else. So now we've got a couple of options. I don't think that the Typhlosion is Choice Scarfed, purely based on the fact that I just don't think it is. So let's go into Donphan. This is where Donphan gets to shine a bit. So let's go for the EQ. Should do a lot of damage to the Meowscarada. Maybe we should have gone for a knockoff. Knockoff its Choice Scarf potentially. That would have been maybe better. But it should be fine. I mean, if we can live a knockoff from this thing, we can just go for a knockoff the next turn. It depends how much damage this Earthquake is going to do. Knockoff comes through. It's going to do minimal damage to the Great Tusk. We go for an EQ. Should do a lot of damage to Meowscarada. And there we go. That's some good damage right there. Let's go for another EQ. They can't switch Typhlosion in. They go for another knockoff. The best thing they can hope for really is for our Donphan here to... Donphan took out Meowscarada. That's good. Donphan took out Meowscarada. That's great. What else did it take out? Did it take out anything else? I don't think it did it? I think Donphan may have taken out their Donphan. No, that was Magnezone. And Glastrier was taken out by Regidrago. So that's a shiny Typhlosion right there. That's pretty awesome. Let's go for a knockoff just on the off chance we can get a hit in. They go for an Extrasensory. Probably the best move they could have locked themselves into there. They can't lock themselves into Eruption because Galarian Zapdos is going to come in and outspeed and go for all sorts of trouble flow. What we've got here is if they're going for an Extrasensory, I don't think they're going to be Choice Scarfed. I think Gengar is going to be able to get another KO here. Choice Specs Gengar, ladies and gentlemen, is going to come through for us right now. Let's go for the Shadow Ball and watch. Even if they outspeed, because of Choice Scarf, the Extrasensory is not going to KO. But it doesn't matter because we outspeed. Go for a Shadow Ball. That's going to take out the Typhlosion, no doubt. And there we go. That's going to be the game. So GG, Lazy Boy. That was a pretty fun game. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all the wonderful stuff. I'm getting my words all stumbled over there. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.